Have you noticed? The times are changing. God is making missions easier for us. He has brought the world to us. So how does this affect our Great Commission responsibilities? English is a valuable global commodity, offering better jobs and brighter futures. Yet when people arrive here without English skills, they become essentially instantly illiterate, unable to care for their basic needs. They also struggle with loneliness, cultural differences, strange food, and lack of friends. What a golden opportunity for Christians to offer help with English, develop relationships, and share the good news of the gospel. Many newcomers have never seen a Bible, heard of Christ, or met a true believer. Your local church can develop an English as a second language ministry to touch these precious lives. Your church can live the Great Commission in your own community. Be a part of God's work. Consider an ESL outreach in your church. But you argue, I'm no English expert. I didn't even like diagramming sentences in high school. Don't worry. You don't need that skill to be an ESL tutor. In fact, hundreds of believers from teens to seniors and others in between are right now involved in ESL, and they can't diagram a sentence either. What do you need to be an effective ESL tutor? The prerequisites will surprise you. Love for the Lord and people, flexibility and patience, desire to spread God's glory among the nations. And yes, you do need to speak English, but you don't need to speak a foreign language. To equip yourself for this ministry, you might want to assemble an ESL team, attend a basic training workshop, then familiarize yourself with the Bible-based curriculum and other resources. As you prayerfully do this, you will be able to reach out effectively to the individuals and families from many nations that God has brought to your own community. Opportunities for ESL outreach abound. You can get involved full-time, part-time, stateside, or world-side. Seek God's direction and consider these possibilities. Stateside, tutoring in your local church, reaching international students on campus, hosting international students when they first arrive for college or university, planting new urban churches using ESL, teaching in public schools, working for corporations, training others to become ESL tutors, ministering to moms with preschoolers. The worldwide opportunities are the same as stateside, with the addition of gaining access to restricted countries, training nationals to use ESL, teaching Bible college students, extending the influence of Christian schools, teaching professionals and educators. An Asian gentleman leaned across the aisle and asked Ed, "Excuse me, my English is not too good, but why is the plane late?" Ed smiled and answered, thinking to himself, this is a divine appointment, and how true that proved to be. God brought Susumu into our lives that day, but he has since become not only a student, but a dear friend. He and his wife continue to attend church services regularly, where the word has been taught, precept upon precept, line upon line. They are now listening, thinking, and drawing closer to the Lord. So you've noticed, God has brought the world to us. The mission field is here, now. What can you do about it? CBM missionaries Ed and Dorothy Woods, who founded the Enable Learning Center, can help. The Enable Learning Center is dedicated to equipping true followers of Christ for global ministry through local English as a second language classes. We hope this introduction will assist and challenge you to do just that. Declare God's glory among the nations, His wonders among all people, for the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. Using ESL, the Woods provide practical training for churches, missionaries, Bible colleges, and others wanting to declare God's glory among the nations. Several types of sessions are available. Church Challenge. Speak at Sunday or midweek service to challenge your church for global missions, encourage involvement in cross-cultural relationships, and explain how the church can start an ESL outreach. The Basic Training Workshop. Provide 12 hours of instruction and practice in preparation for launching ESL classes. Advanced Training. Provide 1 day of instruction on how to help advanced level English learners. The ESL Institute. Conduct 35 to 40 hours of in-depth training for U.S. and overseas. This is a week-long, day and evening, intensive and interactive learning practice experience, with the location varying according to need. A certificate is granted upon successful completion of the week. Missionary training. The Woods have traveled to the Ukraine, Peru, and the Philippines to train nationals or missionaries. They've also had the privilege of visiting former students in China and sharing the word there. What's an ESL class like? Not your typical English class. Inside the classroom, there are activities to practice listening, speaking, reading, and writing. There may also be cooking, crafts, and definitely friendship building. Outside the classroom, there might be visits to local attractions, holiday celebrations, seasonal activities, opportunities to visit American homes and understand American life more deeply. Inside and outside, ESL classes help to build relationships, establish credibility, create hunger and thirst for the Lord, model Christ, and share the message of salvation with those who might otherwise not hear. God is at work. You can be a part of this dynamic, exciting, effective outreach ministry. Catch the vision, and then find out how Enable Learning Center and Ed and Dorothy Woods can equip you for reaching the world in your own community.